Ever feel like your life is a rerun of an episode you swear you have already seen? New job, new city, new relationship, new goals. But somehow it is the same stress, the same self-sabotage, the same hollow feeling on the inside. Different cast, different lighting, same script.
Honestly,
The only thing that changes is how tired you look under the lights. You are not cursed. You are not being punished. You are just living your life as a syndication of old episodes. When the lesson is not learned, the experience gets recycled. Life does not always shout in the moment. It leaves clues in the wreckage. The chaos you keep calling up mistake is often just a map. It is pointing straight at the foundation that cannot hold the weight of the life you say you want. If you truly want a new life, you cannot keep playing the same character who created the old one. Today, we are going to turn everything falling apart into everything being rebuilt. We are going to install protocols that let you use chaos as demolition, so you can tear down the old version of you and pour a foundation that can actually handle what you're asking for. Here's the painful truth. You are not who you think. You are who your habits have quietly trained you to be. The current version of you is a bundle of routines, comfort zones, and automatic reactions that got reinforced over years. Most people try to change outcomes without changing that underlying identity. They slap new goals on top of an old operating system and wonder why they are in the exact same loop 6 months later. You cannot build a skyscraper on a crooked foundation. Before you can rebuild your life, you have to accept that the character you have been playing is outdated. Your habits, your beliefs, your reflex reactions, most of them were installed years ago by a version of you that did the best they could with what they knew. That does not make them evil. It just makes them unfit for the life you want next. In the early stage, your job is not to rush in and fix everything. Your job is to see. Awareness is the first hammer. Once you expose the cracks, you will never be able to pretend the building is fine again. You may still live in it for a while, but deep down you will know this foundation is not safe for the future I am asking for, and that knowing is what makes change unavoidable. Protocol 1 is the Cracks Audit, facing your self-sabotage without drama, just data. For the next 30 days, your mission is not to be perfect. Your mission is to notice. You become a quiet inspector of your own foundation. You start with questions. When do you reach for your phone to escape reality instead of dealing with it? Those scroll sessions are your cheap dopamine hotline. When do you say yes because you are afraid of disappointing someone even though you're already exhausted? That is the residue of people-pleasing. When do you hit the eject button the moment progress feels boring or hard? That is choosing novelty over mastery again. None of these decisions look catastrophic in isolation. They look harmless, but they are not free. Each tiny escape has an invisible cost. You are not just losing minutes, you are losing trust in yourself. You are telling your brain over and over, when things get uncomfortable, we bail. Stretch that out over 5 years, and you do not just become older, you become more scattered, more cynical, and more convinced that this is just who I am. So you label the cracks, not to shame yourself, but to separate your identity from your patterns. Every time you catch an old habit, you quietly say, this is the character I've been playing. It is not the limit of who I am. That one sentence matters. You shift your inner voice from harsh critic to honest coach. You are not attacking yourself. You are finally reading the blueprint. Once you see the cracks, you enter the sculpture stage. Rebuilding your life is not about piling on more habits, more hacks, more noise. It is about carving away everything that does not belong to the life you want to live. You are not the marble, you are the sculptor. The first tool is silence. Don't rush in to fill the chaos with more stimulation. No, you do not need another playlist, another podcast, another voice telling you who to be. Your job right now is to reduce noise so shape can appear. Silence is uncomfortable at first because it removes your favorite distractions. But silence is also where creative solutions, honest realizations, and new directions are born. Then, you give your brain 3 daily commands every morning. Command 1, gratitude. You acknowledge what is still good so you don't become bitter while you rebuild. It keeps your heart human. Command 2, priority. You choose what actually matters today, not in theory, but in the next 12 hours. 1, maybe 2 things. Command 3, non-negotiable. You pick the one action you have been avoiding and you commit to doing it, even if it's messy or small. That might be making a call, cleaning a corner of your space, or finally opening the document you have been dodging. Do this daily, especially when it feels fake. This is where discipline is peace stops being a quote and starts being your reality. Discipline is not constant suffering. It's the calm that comes from no longer debating with yourself all day. You give the commands, you follow through, you move on. The noise drops, the shape of your new life slowly emerges from the stone. You cannot build your life from inside your comfort zone. Protocol 3 is the Discomfort Protocol, voluntarily stepping into "I have no idea what I'm doing" territory and staying there longer than your ego wants. The biggest test comes when your ego panics and whispers, "This is stupid. I'm not good at this. I'm wasting my time." That exact moment where you feel unqualified, lost, or exposed is the price of admission to every level you say you want. You do not get mastery without first looking like a beginner. So you make a deal with yourself. You are willing to be awkward. You accept that you will send clumsy emails, make imperfect content, ask basic questions, and feel like a fool sometimes. You stop trying to impress people during the phase where your only job is to learn. Growth is not supposed to feel smooth. It is supposed to feel like walking blindfolded down a hallway lined with knives. You move carefully, you bump into things, you learn the layout by failing. To anchor this, you use identity rehearsal. You ask, what would the me 12 months from now do right now? The version of you who has already survived this chaos and rebuilt on purpose, how would they behave today in this exact discomfort? Then you act in alignment with that answer, even if it feels too big for you. That alignment is the bridge between who you were and who you are becoming. Chaos is not proof that you are failing. It is often the blueprint you have been ignoring. Your job is not to glue the old structure back together. Your job is to read the wreckage, extract the lesson, and rebuild with new rules. Discipline is not about pushing harder, it's about keeping the promises that anchor your new identity. That's how you build inner gravity, the pull that keeps dragging you toward your best self. If you commit to these systems for 6 to 12 months, there will come a morning where you realize you haven't thought like the old you in weeks. You will look back at your former patterns the way you look at an old show you outgrew, familiar but no longer interesting. Right now, you are mid-download, so start small. Pick one crack you will stop voting for today, one old habit you will retire. Name it. Replace it with one aligned action. If you're ready to use the wreckage as your foundation, drop "wreckage" in the comments, and let this be the moment where your rerun finally turns into a new season.